We've teamed up with UK Auto Claims to see if you could be eligible to claim thousands in compensation. If you've had any cars, vans or motorbikes on finance between 2007 and 2021, well, just click the link below and start your simple free check.
Bienvenido a todos. Estamos DR Sports, el mejor canal de YouTube del mundo. Okay, guys, welcome back to the weekend preview. Myself, Hadji Diouff, and I'm speaking in Spanish. You might understand why, because Trent has just done an incredible monologue in Spanish as he's been presented to the world media.
He's got better Spanish than you as well, mate.
Well, let me introduce you first before he runs me off. You know what I mean? To my left is Flex. Big him up each and every time. The host of the Football Flex, a totally unbiased channel. Big up to yourself. How are we?
I'm good, man. I've got a lot of things I want to say on today's show.
The vibes are bubbling before
The vibes,
we went
yeah,
live
the vibes
today.
are bubbling. Because, like, the Liverpool fans, like, it's... Man, you lot, chill, man. But we'll talk today and just clarify, because I've been coming for me, man. I'm just talking about stuff, and it's just, whoa. So we'll talk. We'll talk.
Probably.
Yeah. We'll talk.
And obviously to my right, wearing a splendid turquoise Lyle and Scott jumper. I'm loving it.
Yeah,
it's Robbie.
El Robbie.
El Don Robbie.
El Donino.
We're doing this.
El Donino.
20 minutes ago. This wasn't
El
even a thing,
Donino.
And now it's the whole thing.
Is that even Spanish? Is that real? Does that work? No?
El Jefe or El Patron.
El Donino sounds wicked.
El
though.
Donino.
No, listen, I know you speak fluent Spanish, right? So
cheers, mate.
what did Trent say? Yeah, I saw once the first super chat of the day.
Yeah,
came
big up
from
Tanish.
Tanish, big up Tanish. He said, AGT, could you translate Trent's speech? And by the way, people, it's Trent now. You notice he's not even calling himself Alexander Arnold. He's getting rid of all the Scouse stuff now. You know what I mean? Now it's
Arnold Alexander.
Remember. Now you could take a lot of things from this, Flex, because you know this is the way to do a rebrand. Yeah.
That's good. That is good. Fantastic. Robbie.
He's just rebranded.
I need some lunch. I need lunch.
Change it to Flex. Instead of Flex United.
Right. I just rebranded Trent. Right.
Like the
He's
river.
dropped the Alexander Arnold.
Actually, I'm sure the River Trent in Nottingham will have some discrepancies and copyright issues with that. So expect an email.
You talk to me, right?
I can tell you what he said.
He's able to speak such fluent Spanish now, right?
Yeah,
and he's
I'll
only
tell you
just
why.
turned up over there.
What he said was, and I can translate for you now, I have been learning Spanish for the last 2 years since Jurgen Klopp said he was going to left. I got out Duolingo. I contacted Jude, asked him for his Spanish teacher. And now I'm here for Madrid. Who even remembers me playing for Liverpool? 66? No, 12. That's what I'm wearing for the best club in the world. And we're here to beat Liverpool next season. So everyone that clapped to me at Anfield, shame on you. You sausages. That's what he said exactly in Spanish. No, I heard it.
That's not what he said, but
exactly what he said.
It just shows you though that he's been learning.
For time! I told you as well. Do you remember when you all laughed at me? I said he's been learning.
You said he was staying.
Mate.
You said he was staying.
You said Jude was coming in, mate.
That was 2023.
Chris Brown
You said he was staying,
2023.
right? And I remember, I always
change.
repeat it on this show, right? Because my good friend Cecil, he done the investigation for you, right? He went and he got the intel and he told you. And what did you do? You laughed at him. You tried to mock him at how he paid $100.
He's the reason. He's one of the reasons why Trent is gone.
And right,
Baited him out.
He told you that Trent was in that back room in the club in LA with Jude Bellingham, with the Real Madrid players. He warned you and told you, right? And how he was shocked when he saw them and stuff like that. And you didn't want to listen. And he was spot on. Big up Cecil.
It does make it worse. It does add the insult.
Exactly.
The fact that he's not even going like, he's not even stumbling over the
No
words.
stumbling, man. Fluent.
No
or the little
auto-cue.
English and they'll just do the little thing for the nah,
Muy
mate.
bien, haha.
Yeah.
Todos fantásticos.
Yeah, you know like when Gareth Bale went there. Oh, now Gareth Bale can't speak Spanish. My man, right, he's got his Spanish down before he even got there.
Honestly, it makes me sick to the back teeth.
Why,
because
man?
This isn't Duolingo. This isn't a 10-star streak, 10-day streak. This is hours of one-to-one lessons in his home in Liverpool.
Because
just
he might
outside
move one day.
Liverpool.
It's just equipping himself. We need to learn more languages in this country.
I've been.
We're not good at that as English
I agree.
people. Do you know what I'm saying?
Learn some then.
If anything, he's an inspiration to the kids.
Oh, here we
You
go.
know what I'm
So
saying?
you're twisting it like that.
I'm
Trent
just
has been
saying.
learning Spanish for ages because he knew he was leaving Liverpool on a free and he knew he was going to Real Madrid. It's very simple.
Failing to prepare
very
and preparing to fail.
Whose club motto is that?
Whose is it?
I don't know. It's probably some
Scouts
like
thing, isn't it?
Preston or something. I don't know.
I'm just saying, bro.
But listen, yeah, Trent is obviously settled in
I'm
quite
looking at
quickly.
that poll.
Obviously,
That poll there. Who speaks
the
better
poll?
Spanish, Trent or AGT?
66% early leave.
Oh,
for Trent.
66 as well. What are the
I was saying,
chances?
didn't you live there for 10 years?
No.
Oh, how
I
long?
lived there for like 9 months.
Oh, 9 months.
When
Oh,
I was
9 months.
11,
Well,
10.
Trent ain't even been there 9 days.
He's not even been there
And
9
he's
minutes.
speaking better Spanish than you.
Allegedly. But I told you what he said. He said I've been learning because AGT called me a sausage back in early 2024. So, listen, big
Leave
him up,
him
man.
alone, Liverpool
He's
fans,
made his
man.
move.
Leave him alone.
And what more can I say? I
gone
think
off into
Liverpool
the
fans,
sunset.
we just got to move on. And I had done until I saw this video about Arnold.
But it's about another
Arnold
player.
Alexander, as
It's about another
Raul
player. It
says.
doesn't
It's not our
matter.
player
He's
anymore.
got no-
You getting Wirtz?
Yeah, we're getting Wirtz. Trust me. And that's what we're going to be talking about. The big fee that Liverpool have outlaid, 126.9 million, round it up. Obviously, 127. We are speaking about the Club World Cup tournament beginning this weekend. We will be doing a stream as well for PSG versus Atlético de Madrid as well in the tournament, as well as England chat, if anyone's got the ears for it. And obviously the USA getting smoked by Switzerland. Should Poch get the sack? All of this is to come, as well as a little bit more transfer
defeats
news.
in a row.
4 defeats in a row. We'll speak about that. Of course we will. Smash that like button, people. I hope you're enjoying the show already. A couple of jokes flying around. Super chats flying in too. And subscribe to the channel if you have not already. And the current leader still is Trent in this poll.
probably
Who
gonna stay
speaks
like
better
that.
Spanish?
Brilliant poll, that is. Brilliant poll.
I can say a couple things about him that he probably wouldn't understand. But anyway, that's probably for another show.
Look at him there. I can
if
see
I'm
him there
honest.
talking. Man.
Looks so mad.
It does
Yeah.
look like AI, doesn't it?
It's not AI, man.
Nah, mate.
But it's real.
Man's looking
Man's
around,
got the
mate.
double-breasted blazer.
Yeah, man, looks smart.
The little two-piece going on. Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
man.
You weren't
Forgotten
busting in
his
fashion
Scouse
when he was
roots
at
already.
Liverpool.
Fresh trim. Yeah,
You
man.
weren't busting in fashion when he
No,
was
he
at
definitely wasn't. But he
The
turned
Chelsea.
up with some like creased up Adidas t-shirt. Did you see it? Now
Did he?
he's in that. And
Look at
they're
that.
all
Look at the
lapping
man
it
them.
up.
Look
They're
how
all
happy
lapping
they
it
are
up. All the
to
old
have the
boys.
goat there.
Muy bien, tío.
You know what I mean?
Look at his brother, front row like
Yes.
that. Yeah. 20 mil sign-on fee. Well done, Trent. Anyway, we must move on.
Look at this, hand gestures, everything. So
Jamie M says, I've seen more hype for the Women's Euros in the Club World Cup. There are reports, actually, that barely any tickets have been sold for the first one, less than 25,000.
Yeah, and you know, a friend of mine who's over in America said the tickets are so expensive.
gotta drop the prices,
We
man.
know from going to pre-season over there, like the tickets in America for football is expensive. But
Drop the prices, get bums on seats.
I
for the
saw
first
I saw
tournament.
a thing on Instagram. I don't know how true it was. They were saying they've dropped like the prices to like $30 and stuff for the first game with Messi in it or something like because they were $300 before, but they're not selling. So I saw a thing out there that they're
Wow.
trying to drop the
Imagine
price.
if you bought them at 300
Oh.
and the lad sitting next to you's
Oh.
got a $30 one.
Oh.
Ah, pain. Super chat here. Robbie is so obsessed with Trent. Just say you fancy him. It is June after all, says Mr. Butter.
Jude, oh, well, I know what he means about
Your
Jude.
daughter does though. She
Huh?
she likes a bit of
My
Trent.
daughter
doesn't
does. She
Posters and
does. She had a. I remember I came home one time. It's my younger daughter, and she had like a picture. I go, yo, what's the Liverpool? I go, yo, listen, man. You know what I mean? Pack your bags, man. You know what I mean? Out you go.
That's already
She reassured me it's just her crush on Trent Alexander.
Oh wow, okay.
But she has now replaced that with a Real Madrid poster. Right?
She'll be
And
learning
now that's
Spanish
allowed in the
next.
house.
That's allowed now. That's all right. You know what I mean? Because I used to have a problem with that Trent picture, but the Real Madrid one, I can angle that.
I'm sure you can, mate. I'm sure you can. American fan here. I've never understood the narrative that FSG don't have money. They paid Devers in baseball $314 million for 10 years. Wirtz is half of that and will bring back 5 times that money, says Jay.
If he does well, yeah.
Liverpool have always had money. It's just whether they've wanted to actually spend it. I think that's the thing. But listen,
What's the
barely
previous?
spent any
What's
money
your
last year.
previous record signing?
Alisson.
Was it Alisson?
Nunes.
75,
I
70.
think it went up to about 78 in the end.
Yeah.
Not the 86 that everyone thought. But listen, you know, they're spending money and it's good to see. Don't be scared about this. Back it. Let's go and see some more money spent. Let's see a bit of a statement being laid out to the rest of the... I know these two
Although-
are absolutely quaking in their boots by the sign of Liverpool spending a bit of cash, aren't you?
No, but hold on.
Quaking.
No,
You
nothing
lot,
to do with me.
right?
Nah, it's
a lot of
quake.
you Liverpool
Trembling
fans
on the floor. I can feel it.
used to have a go at teams for spending big money, saying that it's unethical. It's not the Liverpool way. The Scousers don't do it that
Really.
way.
I mean, they've spent loads of money and
Right.
it hasn't worked.
No, but I'm just saying. You know what I mean? What are you saying now? Because you're outlaying 125
I'm saying
million
it's about
pounds
time.
on one player.
Why not? Yeah, 100%.
It's not a problem.
Back
now.
it.
It's no longer a problem now. Back it.
Yeah,
now.
but when you win the
As in
Premier
you-
League, Robbie, you get about 100 mil.
No, listen,
in-
I've got
in
no
prize
problem.
money. So
I've got no problem with it, but I'm just saying what you guys used to say. is very
sounds like you're a bit
unethical.
jealous.
I am.
No, we got to the
I
bottom
want to
of it.
suspend.
We
You
got
know,
to the
I can't
bottom
even
of
be
it.
jealous because we've spent £100 million on
Yeah,
Declan Rice.
We've done it
So
recently and it worked.
I'm not
Jack
having.
Grealish,
I'm
100
listen.
mil.
I'm not.
Enzo Fernandez,
For
115.
me, as a
Caicedo,
football
105.
fan, right? If I wouldn't care,
Everyone else is doing
right?
it.
As long as they're doing it and they're balancing the books and that, which it looks like they are doing, why not?
Exactly.
If you've
What
got the
big
money,
clubs
if
do.
you've got the money to do it, but I'm just saying that your fans did used to have a go at a lot of teams for doing it.
Well, we've got a song, don't we? The Reds have got no money, but we'll still win the league. So we got. I don't know.
But you do have money, yeah.
Yeah, we've
Yeah, so
got
that's
And let's
song,
let's
of
not
course.
get it twisted. You
FSG
entered the chat
found
for
his wallet.
Caicedo was on his way for a medical for 115 million. Like you
Yeah.
have been there trying to do these types of deals. It
Yeah.
just didn't work.
Yeah.
But for me, my thing is nothing to do with why Liverpool spending this money. This is the caveat I have to say. 'Cause Liverpool fans been coming at me.
Is this what you've been receiving?
This is what I've been
some-
receiving. A lot of online hate. It's been, I've had to take away at time. Like it's been hard for me.
I've been tagged in a few bits.
Yeah, and the
get
thing
onto
is,
him.
What
the
have you
thing
done
is-
now?
Well, the thing is, I haven't actually done anything bad. I've been waxing lyrical, right? Saying that I think Wirtz is a top player because I do.
He is.
I think he's a world-class talent and he's operating at a very high level. And if he turns up to Liverpool and turns out how we all think he can and fits in quickly in that team, it's scary hours for the Premier League. I've said all these things.
100%.
So now that the fee has been put out there, all I was saying was to the Liverpool fans was, well, this is interesting money, which comes with expectation,
course,
because
pressure
because it's a big fee. Same with Caicedo, same with Declan Rice, same with Jack Grealish. Whoever goes for 100 million plus in these types of money, it comes with expectation. So I said, just in jest, for that type of money, mate, you better have Bruno numbers, mate. You better have Bremo numbers. You better have Eze numbers. You better have impact. That's all I'm saying.
It's true.
And all of a sudden, oh my God, who told me to say that? You bum, who think Anthony United, you don't tell us what about your team. This is not about Man United. My only point is that if somebody is bought for £127 million, and Liverpool fans are quick to remind me the difference with this guy is that he's operating at a high level. He's not like them bums. He's nothing like Jack Grealish. He's nothing like Anthony. He's nothing like Pepe. He's nothing like all these men who come for big money. He's actually at that level. Exactly, Liverpool fans. So it means that it comes with
Got
expectation.
to hit the ground running.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
And
agree
then
with
we
that.
don't care.
Fair enough.
But then it was we don't care as long as we win the league. We won't care what type of season he's had. I get that. You're a great team. He can have a crap season. You can still win the league. That's not my point. My point is this is a great, really good player who's coming for a massive fee. So just accept that the wider footballing community and yourselves probably should be like, well, it comes with expectation.
Yeah, you come.
That's
It's
what I'm
like with
saying.
Declan Rice, right?
Yeah.
We
I think that's fair.
got that song we sing where we got him half price, right? He's lived up to the fee.
Yeah.
Right, and you do get that pressure. Enzo Fernandez has had that pressure. You know what I mean? Caicedo's definitely
You
had that
have to.
pressure.
Because he's going to get
You know what I mean?
squirts
Jack Grealish,
he
if
doesn't
you
perform after
go
3
for that
games.
sort of money, right, you are gonna get, their expectations are high. Because
And
you know what I
rightly
mean?
so.
And rightly so.
He's an attacking player. You're paying premium. Why are you paying premium? Because he's wicked. Like, he's a top player. This is the type of player that Bayern just snap up and just get. He's chosen
I'll tell
Liverpool.
you-
like,
I'll
this
tell
is
you
a
he
big
chose
thing.
us.
Yeah,
He
100%.
could
I'll
have
tell
gone
you
anywhere.
who the comparisons are going to be with is Turkey, right? Because they're going to be looking at Turkey
will,
and
yeah.
they'll be saying
Yeah.
30 million.
Yeah.
Right, because I saw like City fans posting it yesterday saying like Turkey, Nuri and Reinders for less
Exactly.
than the whole fee
Yeah, but we
for
could,
Wirtz.
we got
Right.
Gravenberch, McAllister for less
Yeah, it
than.
doesn't
Yeah, I
mean
know
it's
that.
really-
I know.
Absolutely. You've done
You-
wicked
you
business.
are right.
Tat,
It's
innit?
just with this
I know,
one
you're
signing.
right.
This is
Pressure.
what's going to happen.
But
Pressure.
this is the pressure that's going to come. You know that's going to happen.
Well, I'm going to throw a couple in there. We got Mateus Cunha for 62.5. So
Well, let's
see
see how
who-
that happens, though.
Yeah,
Let's see what happens.
Yeah,
with
that's
it.
true. That's another comparison.
Mbeumo might come. That'll be another 60-odd million. We'll see. Double could have got me.
Got
Wirtz.
Endo for 16 mil.
There you
One
go.
of the best CDMs in the league.
100%. So
16 mil.
the strike rate at Liverpool
And
should
Real Madrid got
suggest
Trent for free.
that the strike rate at Liverpool should suggest that this signing should work.
I would say 9
I believe
out
it
of
will.
10.
No,
I don't think he'll flop as well. I think
Big
he'll
up
be good.
Bayer Leverkusen because you told me they only paid 200 grand for him.
Ross.
5 years ago.
200 grand.
200 grand.
Did he come
Cash.
through the academy? They got him from somewhere else through the
No,
academy?
he came from another team.
200 grand. And now he's selling him for 125 million pounds.
Yeah, he came
That's
from
business. And that's the thing why in
FC Cologne.
Oh, Cologne.
Cologne. And that's the thing, right? When it
No,
comes
Cologne.
to,
Yeah,
Under whatever.
yeah.
isn't it? When it comes to
200K,
transfers, that's
mate.
why recruitment
Mm.
is so important because, 200 grand. Someone saw something in him and bought him for 200 grand, and now he's going.
It's the importance of scouts.
125
That's what we're going to do with Chido Obi.
million.
I mean,
Wouldn't go
Aiden
that
Heaven
far.
and them, man.
Wouldn't go
I
that
think
far.
they're going to be worth 120
Yeah.
achiever.
That's what we're going to do, man.
I
Chido.
don't think so.
Next 5 years, man. 100 million, watch.
Well, listen.
Sure about that?
It's a decent margin.
And I'm not sure.
It's a very good margin.
It's a markup, innit?
It's a very good margin. Wow, look at this.
Go on.
See?
What?
See? Now it's all making sense. Quote
Oh, yeah.
coming in from Trent.
Here we go.
I knew for a long time that I would leave Liverpool for Real Madrid. No one else.
Yeah.
Cool.
Of course.
Proves what I said all along.
not
but we
breaking
told
news, is it?
you, man.
No,
It's
but
not
it's just
breaking
saying it.
news.
You lot were the ones who
Just
didn't want to
seeing it.
believe it.
Just
Everyone
seeing
else did.
Gave you the breaking news from out of LA.
2 years ago.
Hot.
Exactly, 2
You
years
want to
ago.
listen?
But David Ornstein is saying that the deal is not done yet, but we did get the bomber. We got the here we go
Wirtz.
from Fabrizio on Wirtz, and there is a closure now of the transfer window until Monday, Tuesday.
Yeah.
So
How
we'll see what
ridiculous is
happens. We are doing a transfer show today as well, aren't we?
Mm-hmm.
4 o'clock, so I'm sure we'll be speaking about that in further detail. But Liverpool fans in the chat right now, Flo Wirtz, 126.9 million. How happy are you? And I do agree with Flex because yes, the pressure. I mean, he's not got anything to do with the pressure. It's not his fault that he's going to go for that much. But of course, you got to hit the ground running. The expectations are now going to be high. Is there a feeling that maybe we've paid a lot of money that maybe we could have spent on an Isaac maybe or a striker, a number 9? Maybe. But there's still money in the bank and Liverpool still will dip into the market. Gyokeres to come in next. But how happy are you with this signing and what does the transfer fee itself mean to you? Obviously, it's not coming out of our pocket. So, like Flex said, we have to hit the ground running with Flo Wirtz. So let us know in the
I
chat.
wonder how many other players, right, young players out there that their value now has gone with this signing. Because, for instance, Isak, how much will he go for now?
You think it affects the market?
Yeah.
Right.
His price has just gone up. You're not going to get him for under
Like the
that.
FTSE 100, this, isn't it?
Yeah, Wirtz has gone for 125 million. That means Isak, for instance, they'd want 150. He's a striker.
That's what Matty
100%.
Renton quoted to you, wasn't it?
Sorry?
Yeah.
Matty Renton
Yeah.
quoted
Well, now he
150.
might be quite accurate. Because
These things do change the market, innit?
Yeah,
like
yeah.
You said, it
It's
is
a
like
shifter.
FTSE 100. It does.
Yeah.
The needle moves.
Buy, sell.
I saw the
All
other
that
day
stuff.
Saka. They reckon that he's valued about 130 now as well.
He is.
And that's, probably off of the back of this as
Or
well.
3 in 5 years at Real Madrid.
Well, not a free.
No, I feel
No,
you.
you're going to lock him down so that
We
happens.
lock that down, you know what I mean? So
All
we're
right,
locking
all
our
right,
man
all
down.
right. Big up Sir Michael Oliver. The Don is so obsessed with Trent. If only his Lickleman man team and Pep's Cone man were just obsessed about winning trophies.
Oh, Pep Linda's gone to old
Yeah,
thing. Do you care about that?
a little bit. I've got his book over there.
Yeah, I
Where's
was going to
his-
say, yeah. Hold on.
Pet Linda's,
Hold on,
yeah.
wait a minute,
I've
where's
got his
that
book over. That's
Yeah.
never coming on the
Where's
set
that
again.
book? Where's your book now?
Intensity.
He's
It's
gone
in
to
that
work with the
box over
rivals,
there.
mate. You know what I mean?
Yeah, apparently he phoned up Klopp for his blessing and Arne Slot as well.
Has he been waiting for years to go up the M6?
Do you know what though? I'm a bit like
It's a bit
you're
dodgy,
a bit
that, isn't it?
shameless.
No,
It's
the
a bit
number 2.
shameless, yeah. Because you
Is
went
it?
to Leipzig, you thought, let me try a little thing. No, Salzburg. Took Stefan Bajcetic with you. Absolutely
That
flopped.
kid, did he come back?
No, he's still there. He went on loan at Las Palmas, and now he will be back at Liverpool.
He's
at
good,
some
man, as
stage. Bro,
well.
I love it.
Yeah, I
I've
remember
always
his
said he
little
should
breakthrough
be-
campaign.
yeah,
So
He's
has
good.
he
He's
recovered
unreal.
from the injury though?
Well,
That's
no,
it.
he's just had more surgery yesterday.
Yeah.
Is
I
it?
don't know what for.
Oh, no, I hope it's
It's
not
like
one
a
of them
new
stories
surgery
where
every time.
the story that never was. You know,
I
the
know,
player
man.
never was.
I honestly, I was there for
Looks
his
good.
debut. He was unbelievable. He
Remember when he
played
played against Chelsea?
Merseyside derby. He started and smashed into Richarlison first 5 minutes. I was like, go on, lad. He's only 17. But yeah, be obsessed with winning trophies is Sir Michael Oliver's
Pep
advice.
Linders. Is he a Liverpool
So-
fan? Ask him about
What's the
Pep.
book like? Does he say like, I'll stay at Liverpool forever? This is
He
amazing.
did say something like, he did
And
say
yet still
something
they
like,
cost Trent. And this guy's the number 2.
yeah.
Number 2. And
City.
now he's at Man City.
So he went to be a number 1, didn't work out. Now back. So he went to be a number 1 5 years ago under Klopp. Came back, tail between his legs, won us the league, big him up, and then went away failed again, and now he's come back to be a number 2.
Well, maybe he's just trying the number 1 thing. He's like, right, it's just too hard, man. Let me just know my position.
But listen,
Tony Yayo,
does it not show you that
50
Pep...
Cent's the main man. I'm Tony Yayo. I know that I'm the best number 2
Max
going.
and Paddy team.
You know what I mean? Shout out, what's his name? Busta Rhymes' guy. What's his name? Oh, that's going to annoy me. The second guy.
I don't even
Someone
know.
put it in the
Can't
chat.
know.
But sometimes you have to know that number 2 is your position.
Yeah. Like Steve McLaren, he's probably... one that broke away and sealed it up. He's doing well with Jamaica right now, so big him up.
Seal it up.
But yeah, listen, I'm not too over enamoured by it. I'll be honest. I didn't like the picture of him, dressed in the old Man City outfit. So it is what it is. And obviously, this shows that Pep has been looking. He's been looking at Pep Linders, Pep versus Pep now, isn't it? Pep with Pep, but he's been looking at them saying, well, he's part of the Liverpool team, the only team that's beaten me in the last 7 years, so we'll have a bit of him. So. Headhunting,
it's sensible by Pep.
Headhunting, I think the word is, isn't it? Yeah. And we're actually still looking for a number 2. So there's been rumours Dirk Kuyt, who's apparently Arne Slot's favourite choice. Stevie G might get it as well.
Who was
we
it
don't
last
have
year?
a number 2.
Just slot on his ones.
Slot on his ones, because Johnny Heitinger, he left and's gone to Ajax now.
No, but was he with him last season?
He was assistant manager last year.
Oh, so you did have one last year.
We had one last year, but now we don't. Yeah. So there's a vacancy. So get on Indeed, yeah. Stick your CVs
Gareth
in.
Southgate?
You never know. Come on.
Well, you tried to give him to me.
Have some respect. I didn't.
It's number 2.
I didn't care.
Yeah, listen, you talk about Gareth Southgate, mate. He's doing better than
Well, we'll get on to that as well. We'll get on to that.
Yeah.
Shall we talk about Zubimendi to Madrid, says Bert. Yes. Any more updates on that one?
I'll tell you, I said on Monday's show.
It's Thursday now, though.
Zubimendi will be coming to us.
Oh, where's the chest and the base in that?
No, but you say the here we go thing and all that. Them big man have been saying, listen, that deal's done.
No, they have. I'm only joking. I'm only joking.
Don't worry, it's coming.
Jamal says, all the Spanish does is prove that Liverpool fans were right. Trent's been angling about this for years. Judas was the 12th apostle, so it's very apt that he's changed his number to number 12. Very good. Very good. Flex the Freedom Fighter redemption arc next season, says Juno. Wirtz False 9, says Prince Brandon. Yeah, he can play there, but I'd still prefer us to go out and get an Alvarez. I mean, there's been, I won't say rumours. Big up to Joseph, right, who works on the Avanti West Coast. I'm walking onto my Coach C unreserved today. And he's going, Alex. And I've turned around and he's gone, get yourself up in there, standard premium, lad. I've gone, really?
I've got the boost up.
Boost up. Little, he's like, do you want a bacon roll? It's like, yeah.
Bro, I'll give you the treatment.
Yeah. Brown sauce, red sauce, 3 bottles of water. So big him up. And he said he likes João Pedro. Pretty big red. So big up to Joseph, man. One of the best reds about.
This is, I was talking this morning to actually my gas engineer to do my gas.
Everyone's got someone.
Right?
Everyone's got someone they chat to.
We were discussing and saying that actually, like for us at the moment, we're desperate for a striker, right? And it was kind of looking at it, thinking, actually, there's a lot of teams, right, that have done very well. Liverpool won the league, no striker. PSG won the Champions League, no striker.
City's
tried that with Havertz.
City's did it with Raheem
I'm not
Sterling,
saying, listen, I want a striker.
Fabregas was false 9 for Spain.
I want a striker, right? But I'm just saying that there's a lot of teams that, even now at the moment, are playing without an out-and-out striker.
I agree.
mean, you won the league easily without a striker.
Well, we still had strikers, but I know what you mean.
No, but you didn't really.
Jota was through the middle.
Jota really a striker. He's not like more of a second striker, isn't he?
But he can play there.
He's without an out killer, isn't it?
He can do it.
And the same thing
Depends
with PSG.
how good your team is, isn't it?
Dembele playing as a striker. So, and it's quite a few teams across. I'm all right. Napoli don't have an out. No,
they've got Lukaku.
They've got Lukaku.
Yeah, they've got Lukaku.
But not every team has it. So it's but I want one.
That being said, then you can exit the race for Victor Gyokeres and just let us have a clear run at him.
Did he do a good job on your boiler?
He did do a very good job on the boiler.
Did you give him a little tip?
Huh? Nah, it's
included in the thing, isn't it?
Service charge.
Pay the thing for the year.
Give him a cup of tea, you know what I mean?
A couple of biscuits.
Gyokeres. Yeah, apparently we were talking to him yesterday.
Yeah,
about time.
What were we talking about?
Surely.
I mean, we're having a little conversation here and there, and we're just working out.
Less conversation, a little more action,
working
please.
out who we're going to. But it's interesting that this is what when we talk about, even when we're going back to the Trent stuff and loyalty in football, right? And this guy, he stayed at Sporting for the last 2 seasons, even when teams have been coming in for him and stuff like that. And I don't know if you've seen the fallout between him now and the president of Sporting, because he's saying, and his agent are saying, that they had an agreement that he could leave for 60 million euros plus a maximum of 10 million in add-ons.
Is that like a
50
gentleman's
million
agreement,
euros
though?
in 10.
Sorry?
Is that contractual or gentleman's agreement?
Gentleman's agreement.
Handshake.
Now the president is saying,
Here we
actually,
go.
no. We want
Double that.
We want near up to 100 million euros, right? Which is obviously scaring off lots and lots of teams from going for him, right? And he's very, very angry about it. He even removed all the sporting stuff from his Instagram, and yesterday, the president of Sporting was saying, listen, they ain't going to blackmail me and, threaten me.
It's getting very messy.
The price is the price.
Now.
And,
really messy now.
It just goes to show when we what you were saying the other day, we always look from the angle of, fans and that and the club, but no wonder some of these players, because he has stayed very loyal to them. He could have went, even in January, he could have went. He stayed, they've won the league. And now they're
and he's got record numbers. The thing is, this is what, like they say in any business, if it's not written down, it didn't happen. Yeah. And this is the problem, especially
remember Harry
in
Kane?
football.
The same thing happened to him
when he was on the golf course with Gary Neville, mate.
Yeah.
Saying, if I get 100 million,
probably do it.
And look,
Daniel Levy said, "Well, what handshake?
Handshake, no, which gentleman? Who named gentleman?
Which
it's a reggae singer, that gentleman. You know what I mean? I don't know. So the thing is, it's getting very messy now. So from a United perspective, obviously, we're looking in with keen eyes because up until that came out, there was a lot of reports saying Man United are in form. They might be trying to make it happen. And it seemed like Arsenal, they're pretty much over there with this Sesko thing, like they've made their mind up. So when you see this happen and the president put out that lengthy statement, it was a big, multiple paragraphs. But he's basically left it in a more ambiguous place because he's saying, I understand that my agreement was I'm not going to charge basically or ask for 100 million euros. A 27-year-old doesn't leave Portugal for 100 million euros. We know that's not right. But I'll tell you one thing, he's not leaving for 50 plus 10 either. Yeah. So now what is it, 65 plus 10? Is it 88 plus 5? Is it 90 plus 5? No one knows what the price is. So I think where there's been this sort of discussion, I don't know what it's been like from the Arsenal side, but in this United side of when we're starting to get, a lot of people are talking about, if he's that good, why ain't everyone there for him? Well, now we're starting to learn why people are being scared off by the price. It's not because he's not good. It's not because he's not sought after. It's because it's looking like, from the outside in, that he's getting priced out of a move.
I think in the case of Arsenal,
because he's 27 and it does scare teams.
I definitely feel that Arsenal are looking at more Sesko than him. And I think it is the age. I think it's like he's 27 and it's going to be literally, as we can see now, very high fee. It's not like Wirtz is 22 and Sesko's 22. And
what's the right thing for Arsenal then? If I'll say to you right now, Robbie, you can forget finances. I know it's kind of part of the deal because it does kind of matter, but just ability of what would be best for Arsenal. Would it be best for Arsenal to get the guy that's ready to go right now, or the more exciting prospect where there's a lot of sell-on value, you can mold him?
Talking about Sesko and Gyokeres.
Yeah, between Sesko and Gyokeres.
For me, like, I'm starting to get talked. A couple of weeks ago, I was just like, Gyokeres, I want goals. I need goals now. Gyokeres. And then you start to sit down and you start to think about transfers and the market. Even what you said, that with Wirtz, 200 grand, and now he's going for. And that does have to come into it.
Do you care about that, though?
But then I want to.
Do you just want who's best for the job? Arsenal shortchange you, not spent in January, not spent in the summer. You just don't care.
But then I don't know, I'm torn. Because you look at, like, say, for instance, what Bayern did. They wanted goals. Harry Kane's 29. They didn't care. They're like, we need the goals. And they just went and got him. And he supplied the goals.
Yeah, won in the league.
And we need the goals. So on that one thing, I'm just like, Gyokeres. But actually, the more sensible move is to get Sesko. Because Sesko...
Is that deal definitely cheaper? Because I saw some reports saying, like, Sesko deal is actually probably more expensive, but there's longevity in it. So
I think it might be slightly more expensive, but it's just the age, you know what I mean? If you get Gyokeres and it don't work...
Yeah, you're stuck.
You're stuck with a player that you're not going to get even half that money for because of his age and stuff like that. If you have a player like Sesko, you could still, even if you lose, you're not going to lose a lot because he's young. Yeah. So I get.
Give me the price that you'd be happy with. And again, this is what we do as fans. It's not our money, is it? Yeah. But as a fan, what would you be happy with paying for Sesko, and what would you be happy to pay for? I don't care, man.
I just need a striker, bro. I don't care.
Bring that
I don't care. I just need a striker. I mean, listen, sensibly, neither of them to me are worth over about, say, £65 million. Neither of them.
Is it?
To me, needs 65,
Gyokeres,
70,
when you got that
70
goal
million,
return.
70 million.
Goals are the hardest thing.
Yeah,
It's a commodity in
I
football.
think.
It's the
Yeah, I do
hardest thing
think.
to
To
do.
be fair, I do think Gyokeres.
He's the highest scorer in Europe.
Yeah, I do think.
I know it's Portuguese tax and that, but he is.
Yeah, he's worth 70 to 80 million quid. I guess the only thing
Euros
is
or pounds?
pounds. I think. Yeah, I think he is probably worth that because he's done it 2 seasons in a row. You can't argue with.
And he's done it in the
goal-scoring
Champions
record.
League as well. And he's done it international level.
Yeah, I like Gyokeres, and I'm. Put it this way, I'm not going to be unhappy if we sign either. I think Gyokeres is a very exciting.
Who's the bigger risk? Is the bigger risk the guy that, like you said, there's big money, but he's no selling value, but gunman now, or is the bigger risk the young kid?
I feel like Sesko's the bigger risk because you're going to bring him in, and there's still going to be an expectation on him to score a lot of goals this season for Arsenal because we've just not had goals from strikers. So there's still going to be an expectation on him to score 20 goals. And I just worry that, I've seen your guy across there. I do feel Rasmus Højlund, right, at your place, that even though people are slagging him off, he couldn't have been as bad as what we've seen.
It's always worse.
I feel the pressure that's been put on him
worse,
because it's like he's been thrown into the deep end and it's like produce immediately. He's just not been able to handle the pressure. And that same pressure will come on Sesko. So that's a worry.
Whoever your striker is, there's going to be huge pressure because remember, in the fan base, and rightly so, this is one of the biggest missing pieces. So whoever comes in, whether they're young, old,
the expectation is
prime,
goals.
the expectation of
prime or no prime,
this is supposed to be the signing that allows Arsenal to win the league. Do you know what I mean? This one is the one that unlocks it all.
So get it right.
So yeah,
has to be right.
Because if you don't get it right,
and that's why that's why I
happen.
want them to make sure they get that decision right.
So gun to your head, Sesko Gyokeres right now.
Which one do I think they'll sign Sesko.
Oh, I was about to pull the trigger.
Yeah.
There.
I would be surprised if they
Sesko.
pivoted from the Sesko one all this time.
So are you going to get Gyokeres then?
I hope so. I hope we do everything we can to get him.
So that means
it's
you'd have
harder
to
for
sell
us to get
Højlund and Xerxes.
Oh, absolutely. Well, no, they don't have to sell Xerxes. Just with all the player sales that we are up. Sancho's up for sale, Rashford, Anthony, Rasmus Højlund, Garnacho's definitely going to leave. That's 5. So
you should be getting in 200 mil for all of that.
Yeah, but that's if you can sell all of them.
We're not going to be able to sell all of them. Rashford will probably be like a loan again
unless
with
you
an
sell
obligation.
like a Kobe Mainu or someone like that.
Garnacho is the one.
Garnacho.
Garnacho. PSR, 100% profit. If we sell him for like 50 million, you should be able to go.
But what about then? You'd still need to sell someone else, wouldn't you?
Yeah, there's Anthony's for sale.
Rashford, I guess.
That's what I'm saying.
But I thought Amarim said you'd be lucky. You better pray that a club would buy you. Doesn't that put
Garnacho's gone.
Potential buyers off though, paying 50
Garnacho's
million
gone.
for Garnacho,
Even reports these men have even been asking. Chelsea been asking. Napoli
Arsenal
been
made an
asking.
inquiry.
People will be
Napoli,
up. People say Garnacho's rubbish and all this.
No, I think he's a good player, but
he ain't
going to
pay for Valladolid, bro. Like, man are coming in for Garnacho.
Yeah, he's a good player. He's just raw.
Yeah, absolutely. Right, so Arsenal fans in the chat right now, Gyokeres, Sesko, who do you want? Who is more likely? Who's going to cost more? Let us know all those answers in the chat right now. Just sticking on transfer news before we go back to international football and the Club World Cup. Luka Modric completing his medical at AC Milan right now.
Yeah, man.
Unbelievable. That means I'm actually going to see him in Hong Kong. So AC Milan, Liverpool.
And also De Bruyne's got Napoli as well.
Yeah.
De Bruyne,
yeah, that's next up.
Sane, Galatasaray.
Am I
some big moves, man.
Am I right that he's also though still going to play for Real Madrid in the Club World Cup?
Who, Modric?
Yeah.
I think he's gone now.
Is he already gone?
Surely if he signs for a thing.
Modric to Milan. Yeah, we'll get clarification on that. He is set to join on a free transfer from Real Madrid. He'll undergo medical tests in Croatia this week before flying to the USA to participate in the Club World Cup.
Oh, so it's for after. Oh, yeah, because the window opens again once the thing's already started. Yeah. So maybe.
But hang on, who's he going to play in the Club World Cup for? Is it AC
Probably
Milan?
For Real Madrid, isn't it?
Oh, is it AC Milan? They're in it. Are they in it?
AC Milan are in it, I think.
Oh, so maybe it's for them.
Maybe it's for them.
It's got to be if he's doing the medical now, isn't it?
Maybe. Must be. So that's on the agenda as well, as is Rodrigo. Obviously, Arsenal have been flirting with the name. Obviously, Real Madrid are looking to keep hold of him. He did post an Instagram post yesterday saying feliz, which means happy. So that's a bit of a message sent out there. But again, he's going to cost.
Rodrigo.
How much is he going to cost?
80, 90s.
I think if Wirtz has gone for
Isn't
125.
Isn't it mad these days how wingers cost more than strikers?
Yeah, again, if Wirtz has gone for 125, they're going to want 100.
Yeah. And you don't want to pay that, do you?
Right. They might do. They also got the money to do it.
So Modric going to Milan, De Bruyne going to Napoli. Rodrigo looks like he might stay at Real Madrid. And
Is he not in it?
yeah.
I was just playing for Madrid.
Gyokeres at war with Sporting. We've said that. Thomas Frank to Spurs is done. We're just waiting for the official unveiling of it. And Spurs players say it was strange that Ange was sacked. But once again, that's the game, isn't it?
They got him sacked.
That's the game.
Exactly.
I mean,
the game.
Van der Ven said that, innit?
Yeah, he did. Let's go then to international football, right? England played Senegal at the City Ground on Tuesday night. If I'm honest, I genuinely didn't even know the game was on.
I knew the game was on, but I didn't watch it.
I watched it.
I just caught up with.
I was watching Mobland.
Oh, wicked.
Sick.
Love
it.
Caught up. See, was 1-0 up after 7 minutes. And I was like, okay, yeah, cool, man. Yeah.
I watched it,
I
man.
caught the last 20
And then someone
minutes.
started messaging me going, England eyes. Because what's going on is I didn't even flick on. I just looked on my phone. See, it was 2-1. Thought, England might come back. Now I see 3-1. Licks.
Yeah, Bellingham's
Senegal,
goal.
by the
Saw
way.
that.
Licks.
Senegal
Was that the
were
first
good.
African team to beat England? Is that
To
true?
beat first African team to beat England and Senegal.
Really?
Yep. And Senegal
That's
were
actually
good.
quite
Yeah, but
surprising.
I feel like we have. Well, obviously not.
No,
if that's
it's
the record,
first African
but-
team to ever
England
beat
played Senegal in 2022 World Cup. Didn't
Yeah,
they?
I was at that
Yeah.
game.
Quarterfinals.
Yeah.
Yeah, beat them.
And
Right.
Henderson.
But I'm to
gave
tell
it
you,
to
when I say,
Jude.
right, for me,
Remember that.
they played England off the
That's when I
park.
thought Jude was going. Yeah.
They're really good, man. Like, they're really good. They were some good players.
When I looked
as
at
well.
their front line, I
they're-
went,
they're
right, is
team.
that who was starting for them?
Yeah.
It was
Ismaili
Sarr,
Sarr,
Jackson,
Ndiaye.
and in
Yeah.
Ndiaye, I thought, oh, no wonder why they're having problems.
And then they had some other names that are, you know what I mean? The guys
Go through the whole team.
right?
Mendy in goal. Koulibaly. You know,
Yeah.
and Dye, as you say, Gay in midfield. They've got a fantastic team. Niakate.
Yeah. And at the
Brilliant
end,
team.
right, for me, the highlight of the night, right, was
Here we
right,
go.
El Hadji Diouff, who we was with over in Sierra Leone, right? And I'll tell you, he's a very funny guy. And he went up to the camera and he goes, Carragher, this is for you, Carragher, this is for you. Having a
I
go
don't
at
think
Carragher,
Carragher
the
cares,
reason
to be
being, of course, if people, in case you forgot, remember
About
Carragher
AFCON.
spoke about how it was sort of dissed AFCON and you know, the teams that playing in the standard and that, and, you know, El Hadji Diouff was rubbing it in to say, listen, you're disrespecting African teams, look what we've just done. And I'm telling you, they deserve to win as well.
Oh, definitely.
And Thomas Tuchel, man, as the last couple, that performance against Andorra was poor. And then the other night, I'm like, when are you going to bring on Ivan Toney? Why have you bought the man for Saudi, right? The man's over here. He didn't play the other day, right, in the game against
7-hour
Andorra.
flight.
And then you've got the man there. He brought him on for about 5 minutes left. I thought he disrespected the guy. Honestly, I felt sorry for him. They kept panning to
bench.
Ivan Toney on the bench, and you could see him like he's trying not to look angry, obviously, but inside you could see, you know, when you can see someone's boiling inside. The guy bought on everybody. I think they said every single player had played over the 2 games apart from him until he brought him on with about 5 minutes to go.
Like, what
Honestly,
are you learning from
what-
Harry Kane playing in, like,
Yeah.
a friendly against
In a
Senegal?
friendly,
when they
we
already
know
just
Harry
stunk out the
Kane-
joint against Andorra. Just mix it up, man.
We know what Harry Kane can do. We know what Harry Kane's starting for England and deserves to, right? Because he's the main man. How are you going to look at if I'm right, even the last time when he bought Solanke, he hardly played him as well. What are you bringing these guys for? To what for? Honestly, I'm a bit baffled with what he's doing so far. I've not seen any improvement.
And it's actually called for some people to say, well, Gareth Southgate wasn't actually that bad.
Yeah,
Well, listen,
look, it's early
it's
doors,
still early.
but the start's
I've not
good.
seen any improvement in England.
The problem that you got is that if England and Thomas Tuchel, you know, mash up Andorra 6-0 and, you know, emphatic win against Senegal and all that, and it was Latvia, the one before that, and all these types of teams, we're not learning anything. People will say you're meant to mash up them teams that don't mean anything. But when you see a bit of stagnation, or kind of like you said, going backwards, where you
I've
haven't
not
seen
seen
any
anything,
improvement, and you just about beat Andorra when it should have been a lot better. You've got licks now against Senegal at home. It's not good. It's not good at all. But the real thing is that we're going to learn about Tuchel. Let's be honest. We're going to qualify for the World Cup.
Yeah,
Obviously.
we'll qualify.
We're going to learn about Tuchel when we're there.
And
in
get a bit
America.
worried though, because like for instance, when I saw
not
that game
seeing
the other
anything.
night, I was Spain and I'm watching France and I'm watching Portugal,
Gap's getting bigger.
and I'm like, all right, I know that sometimes when you play a different level, but then Senegal was a different level, and we got broke up, and I'm just looking at him thinking it's a bit worrying for me. Well, it's a bit worrying because, you know, I'm like, those performances both of them. I watched both games.
Yeah.
The Andorra one. That was dreadful.
Oh, it's awful. Isn't it funny, though, how he gets the stat of being the first England manager to win his first 3 games without conceding a goal.
The teams
and then he loses to Senegal. And I saw Henry Winter tweet from his position in the press box. He heard people saying Tuchel out already. And which, obviously it might have only been a few people. But in his press conference after, he said, well, it's a good job the World Cup's next year.
Yeah.
Because right now, as things stand, there's no inspiration in that team. There's no fluidity. There's no chemistry. It's very bit part. You're making almost rash decisions about which players to bring in, players that shouldn't really even be in the squad in the first place.
What is Jordan Henderson doing in the England team? No disrespect to him, right?
Playing.
What is he doing?
Listen, he's there for the experience, the leadership. I can't say for 1 second he's there on footballing merit, because he can't be. Yes, he's had a decent season with Ajax, but they bottled the league. He's been in Saudi before that, so you can't tell me that he's there on merit. He's there, and we've heard John Terry speak about him. We've heard ex-England players. Exactly. But we've heard a lot of ex-England players saying he's in that squad because of the leadership, what he brings maybe in the changing room. Well, maybe that is the route that he should go down in the future.
But the thing is, if he's there for just vibes, or to oversee the thing, exactly.
What is he, a magician?
He's playing. He's playing. You can tell, he's going to be on the plane. He's playing him.
But when you've got Adam Wharton there who can't get a sniff.
That's what I'm saying.
I think Adam Wharton might have been injured. I
don't know, man. We've got to keep an eye on these situations.
I'm not, so far, I'm not impressed, man. I've not seen anything different. I've not seen no intensity. I've not seen anything. I thought that, at the very least, we should be seeing that. The other night, the only time I saw any intensity, when they brought on Morgan Gibbs White, and when he, and as I said, I'm baffled. He did it the other day with Solanke. He bought the guy, barely played him, and he's done it again with Tony. I was like, I felt sorry for Tony watching that thing. I was like, I would have. There's certain players who would have just said, I ain't even coming on.
Yeah,
100%.
Forget it. So England won, Senegal 3. Embarrassing defeat for England. To be honest, when you consider the lack of anything really that went on throughout the game, chances-wise. And you're right, Hadji Diouff did call out Jamie Carragher, and they remain the first African team to beat England, so congratulations to them. In other news, Belgium 4, Wales 3.
What a game.
I tell you what,
that's a good game.
In terms of identity, exciting times, Craig Bellamy, what he's been doing at Wales, that's his first defeat as Wales manager, and they were 3-0 down in that game, by the way.
Got to 3-3.
And he's actually been undefeated. I think that's his 11th game. Brilliant. And again, that's really a young manager that the country will get behind. He's got such a close relationship, and did have such a close relationship with Gary Speed, so he's almost taken on that kind of role of his former teammate.
We're seeing
really well.
We're seeing
I'm a big fan of
the other side
Craig
of Craig
Bellamy.
Craig Bellamy, obviously, pantomime villain in Barclaysman, just shithouse, just on it.
Top trainer, though.
Top trainer, top pro. I mean, very good player, by the way.
Yeah.
But he's that guy that if you don't play for your team, you go, Bellamy, man, he's like the Mope before the Mope. You know what I mean? But a way better version.
Yeah.
That's
a good shout.
Yeah, a wicked pro. You know what I mean? Always on the wind up, don't care about nothing. But this side of
fearless.
But this side of him is really good to see as a young coach getting his chance now at the national level for his own country as well.
Amazing.
How he's speaking in the media. I saw a clip of him talking the other day, and it was almost like a inspirational speech about life. I didn't know I needed to hear that from Craig Bellamy. He was talking about listen, I don't care about what people want to say. We're not here for long, This thing called life. Short life. What about the trolls on the internet and thing? Enjoy every moment of life. And I'm going, yes, Bellas. I'm like this guy has annoyed me for years at City and Liverpool, Newcastle. You know what I mean? The no neck running around. He's just that guy. You know what I mean? He's that guy where Bellamy. But I'm listening to him. I'm like, fair play. But more importantly, the way that's transpiring into his squad, you can see this is a new look Wales, a younger looking Wales.
When I saw them play,
amazing
in comparison to England, you
Harry
see
Wilson,
the vibrancy,
crazy,
the vibrancy, the bravery, fearlessness. It was exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah, to go and watch.
Good for him, man. Good for him.
Honestly,
and good for Wales. It's good for something. Being 3-0 down to that Belgian side that got some good players in it. And I watched them say they got a penalty just before half time. So it's 3-1. So I'm thinking, what's second half going to be? Let me tune in.
His team talk must have been proper.
The team, exactly that. That's what I was going to say, because the way they came till 3-3, Belgium couldn't get out of their half. Belgium could not get out of their half. They were on them, then they got it to 3-3. Then they started to collapse a little bit as a disallowed goal.
You see, what's his name from Spurs. It was him to me, right?
Rodon.
Not Rodon.
Davis.
Not Davis. The other one, striker up front, winger.
Johnson.
Yeah. You watch him on that when they scored. De Bruyne is running through. Man just stood there. He didn't track the run.
But listen, he's
good performance by them.
He's bringing that philosophy. He's obviously got his ideas. He's trying to implement them. And listen, for let's respect Wales because they're great nation. But wow, for a team and a nation that small to have that much belief going forward, I think he's doing a great job.
Got a great chance of qualifying for the World Cup as well. Hopefully they do.
So if you are Welsh in the chat right now, let us know how impressed are you with the start and the continued start of this brilliant new era under Craig Bellamy for Cymru, because that's how you say Welsh in Wales. That's how you say Wales in Welsh. So big him up, man.
Taught you that, Trent?
No, Duolingo. and my fiance is half Welsh and half Jamaican, so I actually have picked up a few bits from each side.
Come on. Yard man thing and then the Welsh man thing.
USA 0, Switzerland 4, right? The US men's national team fans are not happy with the start that Mauricio Pochettino has made. Will he even get to the World Cup, Robbie,
not
at this stage?
But they got, and the thing is, they're in it, obviously, because they're hosting. So it's not even like there's work to do. You're already in it, just plan. And you're getting licks every week. I'm not going to profess to have watched a game. I saw a couple of goals that Switzerland scored, but it's more just, I can see the feeling around him where they're like, rah, Poch ain't it. And it's not good viewing, is it? It's not good lead up.
I mean, booed off the pitch after this Switzerland thrashing. They were 3-0 down, Robbie, after 32 minutes.
Wow.
And this comes after he said the US can win the World Cup. They can't even win a game at the minute, let alone the World Cup.
Good players, the USA.
Yeah.
Right? You know what I mean? Someone that play in the Premier League.
Some really good players.
It's not good, man. Like
Tottenham thing just following him.
You know what I mean? He better get his act together fast.
Otherwise, he'll be back at Tottenham if it doesn't work out for Thomas Frank. But any US fans, I know we've got a lot of American viewers in the chat. How are you finding this new era under Mauricio Pochettino, which was obviously, it was so promising when the US national team managed to get a player like that over the line. A manager like that over the line. It creates a new excitement, a new era. The World Cup coming around the corner. But that's 4 defeats in a row. And the last time they lost 4 in a row was 2007. So it's not looking good for America. Do you remember we saw them at the World Cup against England? Remember that 0-0 stinkfest?
Oh, my God.
I saw them against
that's one of the
Dutch
worst.
as well. When they went through to the quarters, they beat them. Dutch beat them.
That game, remember that game? That's one of the worst
horrible,
games of football I've ever
I remember
watched in my
interviewing
life,
some Americans after, and we just beat England, and we're going to call it soccer now. It's not called football. And I was like, you do know it was 0-0, don't you? They're like, we don't care.
Wasn't that like victory. It didn't matter because we was already through? Or I can't remember.
It didn't actually matter.
Yeah,
but to them, I think.
we all went to that game.
I think, we were at that game. Honestly, I think we were.
I think
we was on a yacht that day. We didn't want to leave.
In the UEFA lounge thing. Remember? That was when we got the... Yeah, it was that one. But it was 0-0.
The Sheikhs hooked us up.
Yeah, it was that one. And Roy Hodgson was in the thing.
Yeah, I think I went to that. I went to the
steak was soft. I was like, we get another one of them steak. I
think I went to that game. I went to that game in a Lamborghini, bro.
I was with Hass in the cheap seat. In the cheap seats. What was going on?
I remember that, yeah.
I went to a game in a Lamborghini. You remember that game?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
I think that was after a nice afternoon on the yacht as well.
We got the Sheikhs, bro.
We got the yacht.
Time was had.
It was living some life. That was.
Do you know what? In terms of like career things, like for me, that's number one.
Yeah. I don't know how we're going to do it next year. If we're so spread out.
It's not going to be that good. We ain't going to that many games next year. Trust me. But yeah, American fans, I always have to say it. US men's national team fans, let us know in the chat how are you feeling under the new era of Mauricio Pochettino. Also, Norway. After being World Cup kind of skivers for the last however many years, it looks like they could be going to the World Cup. They just beat Italy 3-0. And Italy, who have won, how many World Cups, the last one being in 2006, I think, have sacked their manager after that defeat to Norway. So Italy, could they even
it's all going
miss
off
out on the
national
World
level,
Cup?
Isn't it?
If you were Italian, who would you want to come in? Because they're talking about Claudio Ranieri.
Yeah, he said no, I think.
He's already said no. Who would you want? They've done the Mancini. They've done.
They ain't switching it up where the man ain't Italian, are they?
No,
they
would have to be Italian.
There'll be riots.
How many options around are there?
See, the thing is when they messed up, it's because
he's been there and done it.
Ancelotti, who's now at Brazil.
Yeah, he's at Brazil.
Would have been perfect, innit?
Would have worked. But yeah, I don't know. Any Italian?
They might.
Gattuso will be next.
Could they go abroad? Because look, Brazil's never gone abroad either.
Sorry.
Is that the first time they've done it?
First time Brazil have gone abroad.
Sometimes there's a time you've got to do it. But
Yeah.
Italians are mad.
Gattuso will be next. That's what they're saying in the chat.
Yeah, look.
Well, if Gattuso comes in, it'll be fiery. That's what I think.
Let's jump into the super chats. Adriu says Pep called Klopp for Linders, and he said we want him. Which Pep are you talking about? Gents, thank you for everything you do. These weekly shows are great. As always, 18th of June, fixture list is fixtures are released. Right. Who do you think will have the opening game? And that's from Andy Miles, who is a gold level member and has been for 6 months. So thank you for watching as well.
Can I also ask you about the fixture list, right? Do you think, somebody said this to me the other day, weren't me if we jump on it, right? But he said the start of the season last year really helped Liverpool because it was an easy
switch away. First game of the season. That's tough.
It was an easier start. And is it better to get big teams out of the way early?
I'd say it is.
Or is it better to have like a start like what Liverpool had last year where you play a lot of the easier teams so you build momentum. So by the time you do get to playing them difficult teams, it's, what would you say?
First of all, we played Man United's second game away in Arne Slot's first ever season in Premier League, and we won 3-0. But I agree with you, actually. Easy game.
Easy game, mate.
Easier team.
You get what I'm saying, though? Like, I don't know, man. I think.
Well, listen, you've got to play them all at some point. We had a really difficult period, I think.
No, but you know, at the start of the season,
October to December. But I agree.
Just to build momentum.
August, September, some momentum builder.
Sort of get that spirit in you, like, you know.
I can guarantee who we're going to get first game. It's either going to be Sunderland away or Leeds away in the first game of the season, and it'll probably be a Friday night as well.
You think it's fixed?
Well, I wouldn't say fixed, but they are. They say the computer does. Like, it's like they just press a button and it goes and just spits out all these things.
Rubbish.
No way.
I ain't saying nothing about
because
fixtures this time
how often is it that on a Sunday we get like a Merseyside derby and then a Manchester derby? How does that work? Oh yeah, it's for TV and they want obviously the most viewers and peak times and stuff like that. But who do you want then? First game of the season. In an ideal world, a home game, obviously, right?
Home against Sunderland or somebody like that. That's my ideal first game.
For you lot, that's good. I was talking about this.
A home game against like last year, I think we had Wolves at home first game. Yeah, something like that. I'll take. Yeah, that's nice.
For me, there's two things. I ain't opening up my mouth after what I did last year.
Yeah. What did you say last year?
I said Arne Slot. I said, give me him. Yeah. I want to show that there's only one Bull Dutch manager in this league.
Where's the other Bull Dutch
bring him to
manager
thing. And then second game, I think, was Liverpool at home.
And we should have won that about 6-0.
And he gave us licks. So I'm not opening up my mouth with that. I've been severely humbled. And also, I'm not opening up my mouth the other way around because I don't understand or know what an easy or good game is for Man United anymore.
No, but you want a home game.
Yeah, well, you say that. I don't know, Robbie. I don't know. Because also, I've been thinking about this as well. These first, when the fixture list comes out sometimes, you go, fixture list, man. These first 10 games for Amorim, brother.
Got to get them right.
Even from pre-season, because we've dropped down a level in pre-season, I like to call it. Because this time we normally play like, we're going to play Real Madrid, Liverpool, Dortmund, yeah? No, we're in the summer series now, and we're playing West Ham, Bournemouth, and Everton.
Your level.
That's who we're playing in the pre-season. Drop down a tier, understand who you are, and rebuild yourself. So I do not want like Sunderland away first game and all that. Leeds away first game. I want a home game, but I don't know.
That's true, you don't want Leeds away. I'll tell you another game you don't want away from home, right, for your first game. Everton away.
Yeah, no, you
stadium.
don't. Exactly.
Carnival atmosphere.
Do you know what? You're right.
You don't want that.
Maybe like, do you know what? Brentford might go for a transition. Maybe like a Brentford at home, maybe.
I don't think you want.
Because they won't have Thomas.
You're right as well. You don't want Leeds away. First game.
They're our rivals.
That's what we're getting.
Leeds, when they came back up the last time, we get them licks every time.
Yeah, that's a big rival for you guys.
We get them licks every time. This time, just.
They can beat you this time.
But I'm not giving anyone any smoke, mate. We're 15.
I genuinely think we're going to get...
I'm just happy to be in a division.
We'll probably get the Friday night fixture because they do that when the champions you play the first game. Yeah. And I guarantee it's Sunderland or Leeds away. Clip this up and we'll come back to this in
Leeds away
a week.
Sunderland away in a week. I think Sunderland away.
But sometimes you had Luton, didn't you? Was that
Ipswich away?
First game of the season we had. Sometimes you can them teams can... gas themselves out because at 0-0, remember he took off Kwanzaa and then you get him licked. So like sometimes it's like all right, cool, it's cute what you're doing, and then the Premier League thing kicks in.
And then the actual
But
quality
that's for the
shines
good
through.
teams. For someone like Man United, where you
don't want
know,
that.
we can get run up on. I ain't looking for
Because
that.
you know those.
The Black Cats ain't on it.
Yeah, and you go and play those
Nasa.
teams sometimes early, man. I always
Black
remember
Cats,
we
I
played
haven't heard that for
when
ages.
I say the Everton one. I remember we were at Brentford, brand new stadium.
2-0.
Yeah, they get you
Yeah,
licks.
brand new stadium. We had players with COVID, all of it. They run up on us. Like,
That's what I'm
when I say
saying.
they run up on us, they run up.
I'm not
They
on
run
none of
up
that.
and they brock us up, man.
What was
like
that fella that scored for them? Sergi, what was his name? He scored one of the 2 goals. He used to play for Liverpool.
I know
Sergi
they
Canella.
roughed us up that night, man.
Canella.
Like they just put us.
So let's
You
get
lot are good, so it's all right for you. You can go, yeah, we'll take them.
So,
we'll put.
I want a home game.
first game of the season. As we said, the fixture list comes out on the 17th.
AGT, I'll take what I'm
Who do you
given. I'll take what I'm given.
But in an ideal world, and what time as well, and what day would you like?
I want 3 p.m. when no one's watching. Saturday.
You want the blackout, right?
Black,
So no
3
one can
p.m.
see.
blackout.
Right.
Just leave us alone. I don't want all the attention. Wolves give us licks twice as well, mate. Under
There's
Vitor
literally
Pereira.
no one that would suit him. Really. So he doesn't want the promoted teams. They've got
No,
a point to
not the
prove.
Just
promoted
want a home
teams.
game.
Just a home game against
one then.
someone.
I think you're downplaying
Same
it
name.
because listen, it'd be a
Brentford.
Brentford at home, 3 o'clock Saturday. I'll go with ideal. I'll go like a
that's in Bumo,
Saturday.
though.
Saturday
Nah.
5:30. We'll
I
have.
might have to reverse that.
Do you know what? Could do a bad mind one. We'll have them. 5:30 Saturday.
Louder.
We'll
No,
because you
that
said
would
it to
be-
me last year.
They-
You said it
Where's
to me
the
last year.
handkerchiefs? Where's the Real
Yeah.
Madrid handkerchiefs, bro?
Trent will have that.
They won't have that first game. They won't have that first game.
I don't want no. Could one
I'll
of us
take
could get
Manchester United 5:30 on a Saturday.
Sunderland,
Let's go.
Sunderland or somebody or
Who else
Burnley
came
at
up?
home.
Burnley.
Home.
Oh yeah, Burnley.
Oh yeah,
home.
Burnley. Maybe
Burnley
like
at
a
home?
Burnley at
At
yards.
home, no, home,
Yeah,
not away.
yeah.
I'll tell
Even
you
Turf Moor, you don't-
I don't want none of them teams away. And as I said,
Moor, yeah,
Everton
Friday
away,
night.
first game ever. That's a tough,
Yeah, whoever's
brand
got
new
that one.
stadium,
Yeah, that's tough game.
Yeah.
carnival
You don't want that, you don't
atmosphere.
want that, you don't
Everton
Man's
will
going,
win that game.
brother. That would be a. I'm telling
You don't
you,
want that.
that's a.
You don't
tough
want like a Palace home
Palace.
or away. You don't really want that.
We had Palace away first game of the season.
In
not
the
last
pink
year,
kit.
the year before we beat them.
In the pink kit.
But that's not easy.
It's not
Didn't
easy.
Saliba
That's
score a
not.
left-footed?
Yeah. That's not an
outside?
easy.
Brighton, like Brighton home.
No.
Nope.
You want to be at home first game, innit?
West Ham
Ideal,
struggling.
ideal situation. You want to be at home. New signings come out. Everything. You know what I mean? That's what you want.
Do you think anyone would get the top 6? Like a Newcastle City.
They always have. They always
Someone
have.
decided-
They
They
always
do a
have
little
one of
curve.
What
those.
was it?
Don't
Chelsea
they?
against City last
Yeah,
year.
yeah.
There's always something. By law of averages, there's. You know what I mean?
There's always one of those, isn't it?
Yeah.
But wouldn't you love to be in the room where they actually,
How to do
make these fixtures happen?
To make sure it's legit.
Because I don't believe that. It's
No,
just
it's
a press
fixed.
of-
I
Yeah,
feel.
it
You was
is.
going
I
mad
feel-
last year.
I feel it's fixed.
I
right?
agree with
Because
you.
number one, right?
It's,
then
it's
if
built
it's
for
not
TV,
fixed,
isn't it?
Yeah, if it's not fixed up, right, then why don't they show it? They show the
Exactly.
FA Cup draw, they show the Carabao
Get
Cup
Carragher
draw.
and Neville.
No, but
World
they
Cup
don't
room
draw
whilst
because
they're
it's
doing
not a
it.
draw like that, is it? It's
Exactly,
computer
this so-called
generated.
whose computers?
What is it? Windows 95? what software they run?
OSX.
Whose computer's that? I want to see that computer, right? Because when they say supercomputer,
Macintosh, bro.
yeah, that computer,
Windows Office 98.
Windows XP, bro.
that computer is not.
Remember that when
It's
that
fixed.
came out? Yeah, I'd
It's
love to be in
fixed.
the room.
It's Yeah.
And
fixed
what
up,
is it?
man.
Like, how long does it take? Because remember when there was a leak?
Nah, I think they
there
just
was
press the
leaks
gate
that
thing
came
and probably
out
just come
Yeah.
last year, and I thought we had. I can't remember who it was,
The
but
leaks were all wrong last
what is
night.
it? They press a button, do they? And then it just on screen, and then there you go.
There must be some sort of program they put into
But there's
it.
programs
to-
because obviously Everton can't play at home when Liverpool do, so that's got to be a little program clause thing. United can't play at home when City play.
We
At
No,
home.
they'll input. That's
Arsenal
what I'm
can't-
saying. It's like
So
AI,
there's
not AI, but
clauses.
you can put things in where obviously things can't happen. You can't have.
But show us the procedure as fans. We
yeah,
love to see it.
I agree with that.
Yeah,
You're
yeah.
right, AGT.
Show it, like-
yeah,
Show us, because then it kind of puts away all of the
yeah.
doubt. Someone's just said Arteta's computer, and you still choke.
No, we've had some hard starts, man, over the last.
Sorry, this computer has.
We've had
been
some hard starts.
hit with a
Mate,
trophy.
I'm scared.
I want an easy one
These
this year,
first 5 games, yeah, because of how bad Amorim was last year, it's peak. Like if we don't, also in the first 5, even first 10, I don't want to really see. Laws of averages probably will. I don't want to see like
City
Liverpool,
away,
Arsenal.
Liverpool away.
Yeah,
doors.
like, if it's too tough a start, man, and we get
Could be
licks. It probably won't be because they're going to invest into him, but just on a, it's not going to be good, man.
No,
it's
you're right.
not. We have to get off to a good start.
Great super chat that was. We had us chatting for ages there. Ryan says, AGT, what do you think of Gonzalo Ramos to LFC? Do you know what? I've just had a little look at him there. He's still 23. I know it hasn't really worked out for him at Paris, but in the league, he's still scored 21 goals in 51 games, which isn't the best, isn't awful. Obviously, demanded a massive transfer fee, but there's still a player there if someone wants to go and get him. We were at the Portugal game in the World Cup where he scored a hat-trick, do you remember? Yeah. And he kind of burst onto the scene then as a 20-year-old. But he hasn't really held down that position for Portugal. 16 games and 9 goals for the national team, and 3 of those were in that one game. So there's still a player there. PSG will probably look to sell for a cut price. Would you be up for having a chat?
For who?
Gonzalo Ramos?
Yeah, it hasn't really worked
kind of
out.
Player. But you have got Cunha as well, which similar position.
He's a 9, don't it, Ramos?
Yeah, but
like I don't know. I remember when he replaced Ronaldo. Remember when he scored a hat trick?
That's the game we were just.
That's the one, isn't it? Yeah, and it's like
burst
he
onto the
didn't
scene.
kick on. It feels like so. He's obviously a decent player in there.
He's still 23.
Yeah, he's young.
I think that PSG move was just kind of like a shiny toy.
Can't
move,
write him off because of that.
No, you can't. That's what I'm saying. There's still a player there. Would I have him over a João Pedro? Probably not.
Nah, you'd go for Prem Proven.
Prem Proven, I'd probably go for Pedro. By the way, 6,000 of you watching and 750 likes. This had this, guys. Keep up this standard, please. Please. Nobody deserves this betrayal more than AGT. Forcing a rivalry with Madrid when they don't see them as rivals. They are our European rivals. Just because they're not your European rivals or yours, they are ours. It's the two of the most successful clubs in European football going head to head. Played them 7 times in 7 years. They are rivals. So him smiling on the screen now, he's just joined a rival. So anyway, big up Ashley Cole.
Let it go.
Oh, I'm trying to, but you keep bringing it up every bloody 2 minutes. Jordan Martin says, Robbie, surely Crystal Palace are the true champions of England, as the FA Cup is the biggest trophy that all teams can enter in England. So using your logic about Spurs winning the Europa League, P.S.
I don't know what this guy's talking
Bun
about.
Marinakos, he says. Obviously not happy with him.
You're chatting, Bumble.
Postman Ton says one more thing. Price of the striker is going up. And Wirtz isn't even a striker. So I agree. The market demands and the tectonic plates change. The price of the brick goes up.
It does.
As we said.
Yesterday's price is not
today's price.
Yesterday's price.
The best part of Transfer Daily is the intro. Big up Ryan, says Sarthak. Has Ryan been doing you dirty in them intros again?
What
on Transfer Daily?
What did he do dirty?
The Death
Is that Ryan?
All Ryan. Jay Jackson says, all the way from America's big him up. He says, bigger point in FSG is that they spent $313 million on the Devers, and he isn't even the best third baseman in the game. Carl Crawford, this is over my head, by the way.
Yeah, you got
Carl Crawford
baseball,
went to, this
baseball.
could just be all made up, and I'm just reading it out. Carl Crawford went to the Red Sox in 2010 for $142 million. LFC fans let FSG go on like they don't have money. They definitely got money, and they're about to buy the Celtics, was it?
Boston Celtics. Or actually Celtic.
Boston Celtics.
No, Boston Celtics. Apparently, yeah. That's what I heard.
Well, they're from Boston.
Yeah, makes sense. And they've got the Red Sox there as well. Aya says, what does ready to go even mean? Because Gyokeres doesn't necessarily fit our current system, whereas Sesko does. Gyokeres doesn't score 30 goals unless you set up your team to facilitate that.
Yeah, and then set it up.
Set it up. Set it up then, mate.
Set it up, man.
Play to his
Goals.
strengths. Yeah.
I remember Ronaldo going for 80 mil. Yeah, even adjusted for inflation, it's still only 118 mil. Since then, the prices we've seen for players haven't been matched. The CR deal was a bargain, says Mamo. Trent is the biggest rat of his generation, up there with Remy from Ratatouille and Mr. Splinter. Cartoon rats. If we play next season, the level of abuse he will get, says Hassan LFC. Mamo says Robbie's logic, so worries about Tuchel after 3 games, but no worries about Arteta after 5 years and no trophies. Makes sense, I guess. Says Mamo.
I've seen progress.
This Mamo's always coming for Robbie. I've clocked it.
Well, Mamo,
what you got
you
for
tell
Mamo?
me if you see. I see progress in Arteta. I don't see nothing so far. I know it's
So
only.
far.
It's not 3 games. It's been more than 3 games.
No, it's
isn't it?
3.
Is it 3?
This is the 4th. The Senegal was the 4th.
Right, so then it's not 3 games, then it's 4. Right, and
And training. Don't forget training.
And I've not seen nothing.
No,
I've not seen any.
And I like the
difference.
appointment as well. I weren't on
I
that
liked
thing of
the
like,
appointment,
no,
but
German.
yeah, I like the
but
appointment.
at the moment,
I ain't
them
seen
people
anything,
are
man.
Them people are kind of valid now, but they're like, look at this guy. See?
Yeah, I've not
They're
seen
ready for it.
any different. If anything's worse at the moment.
Kinye says, I honestly think the FA picks the players, maybe for sponsors. Why does Harry Kane always start? We never blood the others in on form. It makes zero sense. Harry Kane will start because he scores in every game.
Harry Kane is our number one. He's going to start.
Yeah, he should.
But what if we're, God forbid, 3 months out from the World Cup, he does his ACL. So you need to look at these other players. You need to and they need to be playing and get used to the system. And what was the point in having Ivan Toney come and just sit on the bench for 2 games and then come on for 5 minutes?
Watkins in the squad. Watkins went in the squad.
No.
Why?
I don't know.
Didn't get in.
Nor Solanke.
Watkins didn't get in the squad.
The previous one, he bought Solanke and he hardly played. I don't get it.
Do you remember the early 2000s when Shearer kind of retired from international football? Owen kind of held the mantelpiece. Rooney took it over. But there was always like a Defoe or like a Crouch.
Yeah, it used to be them.
The second striker that would still get loads of time and score. I mean, Crouch scored 22 and 44 for England. That's 1 in 2. Yeah. So there is still a bracket for a Toney or Watkins to fill in and actually still get games and score goals. But I don't think we've ever seen a period in English national team football where a striker has totally dominated the starting 9 or the starting 11 place like Harry Kane has.
I think when Shearer played, he dominated. Because remember, Ian Wright couldn't get
not for as long as you think he did.
Man. Well, Andy Cole couldn't get.
Not for actually as long as
Andy Cole couldn't get.
Because Owen kind of took over in '98. But before that...
No, before that, it was
Sheringham and Shearer, though, wasn't it?
I remember Lineker as well, back in the day. He was the main guy.
I'm talking about one guy that has... Because we're talking about Harry Kane. He's played for England for 10 years now. And no one else has got a sniff for 10 years, really, have they?
But not as a 9.
To me, it's not even about...
I think it's the best period of domination in one position ever.
And he deserves to dominate it because he's the best. But
numbers back it up.
I want to see the other guys because, as I said, what if he gets injured?
Options, man.
Options.
Yeah. What if it ain't working?
Yep. It will only be right that City play the newly promoted team in the first 5 weeks. Would love to see Arsenal v City or United first game, says Bert. Ed says, shout out to the Don. AGT and Flex, according to Tottenham fans' logic, the US men's national team is a more successful national side than England. 7 Gold Cups for the US to England's lowly 1 World Cup. America, long live DR Sports, says Ed. Shout out to you, my friend. Matome says the PL algorithm schedule big games on a set day and time. And they do that. Right? There's no pulling the wool over our eyes. Obviously, the schedules and the fixtures are related to who buys the TV rights and who's going to get the most.
Like you said, just some clarity on it so that we know. We should know, innit?
Do a live stream. Because we do live streams for draws of Champions League draws, don't we? And World Cup draws.
That one, it just comes out.
Let's do a live stream.
They're not going to.
Or as the computer said,
There's 38 fixtures for every team. That's just a draw.
No, but I want to see the moment where they go 3, 2, 1, and then
press the
button.
And they go, right, here it is.
38 screens.
Oh, right.
And then you just, and then you see it happen.
It's not going to happen.
Because all this stuff, where does it happen? Is it in a room in Stockley Park? Is it in?
Fix.
I don't know. I don't even know where the draw is. Someone's hard drive? I'm not too sure.
Mate, you don't care, mate. You don't matter. You won the thing. You won the league, mate. It don't matter where the draw is.
No, but I'm talking
right,
about for the good of the game, Flex. I know I'm a champion.
You'll just play
Thanks
anyone.
for reminding me.
There you go.
Yeah,
Don't matter, does it?
Yeah. For the
I don't care where it is. My team finished 15th, mate.
Just
give me the fixtures. I'm just happy to be there.
Yeah, imagine if you weren't even in the Prem. We've got Tim here. He says, as an American, big up Tim, $50 super chat. As an American, Poch's first year with our national team isn't great, but he's hampered with our biggest ongoing problem, which is how expensive it is to start playing soccer from a young age here compared to other countries because of American exceptionalism.
I've actually heard that when I've been over there.
Yeah.
People say,
do you remember the Pulisic story? His parents, obviously, they had a few quid. They spent money and paid for him to go to the Man City Academy, the Chelsea Academy, the Liverpool Academy. Okay. So they almost got him out of that system, which can be super expensive, but they've spent their money in Europe.
They still have that sort of college system for the football as well.
Is it a bit outdated, their soccer kind of, what do you call it? The journey from start to finish.
When I was over there, and it was that time when we was at that academy in Jersey, and that's what one of the guys was saying. That basically, the way the system's set up, it's not like over here where you could just have someone off the street get into an academy, and that. It's not as easy as that.
No, it doesn't work like that anymore.
It costs a lot of money.
Yeah.
Especially through schools.
But every sport in America, I mean, here
scholarships and that.
you know,
Scholarships
we call
and
it
all that,
grassroots. We call it playing on the streets. All you need is a football. But out there's so many hurdles that you have to pass to even start playing the game. Bert says Liverpool will play Wolves, United will play Bournemouth, and Arsenal will play Leeds. Have you got the kind of leak? What's going on here? Or is that just a guess? Steve says Naipan to City. Here we go. That's another signing that they've made. Terry Jr. has now just become a gold level member. So big up to old Tel. Shout out to you. Cashley Cole, he's got it in for you at the minute, Cashley Cole, doesn't he?
To me on AFTV as
Robbie is complacent with progress and nothing to show for it but excuses, yet he still claims that London is red. Joke man, apparently, according to Cashley. But I will jump in on him calling you a joke man because, you know, I don't get the chance.
Yeah, Cashley, easy
Muad.
Morning, Cashley.
Nah, this is man. Shout out to Terry, who's actually gifted us 5 DR Sports gift memberships.
Big up, man.
As well. Pay to play in America is stifling talent, says Rudy Can't Game. Again, a US
But they have
viewer
got some
there.
good players though in their current team. You know what I mean? Like, you know, that's maybe a problem going forward. But at the moment, you know what I mean? We've seen some of these players, Robinson and got Fulham, and they've got some good players. They shouldn't be.
Tim Ream,
mate.
They shouldn't be getting taken
Ream,
apart.
you
Like
know.
what's happening?
Right, let's talk about the Club World Cup. We know what the prize is if you win the Club World Cup. It's going to be around about $1 billion, comprised of a sporting performance pillar of 475 million and a participation pillar of 525 million. I mean, I don't know what that means, to be honest, but it's in line with the budgetary principles.
Yeah, I think it was 100 million, I thought.
Yeah, so I'll read it out to you here. In line with the budgetary principles for the FIFA Club World Cup and following fruitful discussions with key stakeholders, we know what that means, including the European Club Association, as well as the approval of the FIFA Council, FIFA has confirmed the distribution model for its new club competition that includes a $1 billion prize for the 32 participating clubs, plus a substantial and groundbreaking global solidarity model. The distribution model of the FIFA Club World Cup reflects the pinnacle of club football and represents the biggest ever prize money for a football tournament, comprising of a 7-match group stage and a playoff format, potential payout of $125 million for the foreseen for the winners. So around about £100 million cash. As we know, FIFA allegedly are worried about the lack of interest in the Club World Cup. Only Real Madrid so far has sold out their fixtures. Is this a tournament to be almost instantly respected, or is it going to have to almost do its due diligence and earn that respect as the time goes on? Or is it just, for the clubs at least, is it a money grab opportunity? Don't forget the first game, PSG Atletico, we're showing that on Sunday the 15th. We're going to predict that, and we're going to give you our favourites to win it. But how long should a tournament take for it to be respected by the global football community, in your opinion?
I think, listen, it's going to take time. If you even go back and look at the World Cup, the World Cup is not the World Cup, you know, when it first started to what it is now.
In 1930,
you know, so you know, it's going to take time. But you know, what I would say is that I thought this would have sparked more interest. There seems to be very little interest at the moment in it, which has kind of surprised me. But I think, you know, in time, it all depends how this one plays out, how this one finishes off. We've seen loads of scaremongering before about World Cups and stuff like that, and they've turned out to be good. So I'm going to wait and see. But certainly the level of interest has been low. Not even the big TV stations are taking it. BBC haven't taken it. ITV haven't taken it. Sky haven't got it. You know what I mean? It's on DAZN and Channel 5. Yeah. And even the things like that surprised me. You know what I mean? No. It's surprising. So
who's going to present that? Vanessa Feltz.
So
under the hammer and that.
But it's a surprise. But let's see. Let's wait and see. I don't like to pass judgment on these things until we actually see it in action. I do kind of like the fact that you've got all the best teams in the world playing each other. I do like that. But is there just space in the calendar for this and stuff like that? I mean,
well, it's every 4 years, so that's the first thing. So, and I think people need time to see what it's saying. there's a few different issues, isn't it? The fact that like Club World Cup and like there's a lot of big teams not there.
Yeah.
Like I said, listen,
Liverpool
for all the
aren't
banter, how could Liverpool not be there?
I find
Arsenal
that
are
strange.
one of the best teams in the world. I know you say, oh, you're never going to win Champions, all the banter, but they're one of the best teams in the world. So the coefficiency and the stuff around it still needs to change.
And they will change that to allow for Liverpool and Man United to get into it.
It's got to start reflecting
that.
Yeah. And then
they bent the rules for Inter Miami.
Then they bent the rules for that. And then obviously you look at the ticket prices of something that's quite new. It feels like it's been rammed down people's throats at the beginning. It's like, charge all this money to see this. And so, hold on, we don't even let us see what this is, man. If anything, you should do it the other way around.
Yeah.
Entice people to come with lower ticket prices, get everybody in. You know, look at the best players on display in the world. Ronaldo's going to be there now. And, Messi and, PSG won the Champions League. They're there. And Real Madrid, do that. Make it accessible so then people start to go, wow. And then, I know it's a bit dread, but then you can start to put the price up as it starts to, demand starts to. But I do think we have to be a bit open-minded because the same way, I think we're always skeptical because we know what's going on in some of these corporations, these federations, whether it's money and this, that.
They're all money, the tournaments.
But then, sometimes we shut off from it straight away because it's money. But then if you look at how the Champions League format turned out in the end, you start to go, you know what? Wasn't that bad. That was all right. And then if you look at the Nations League now, at the beginning, it was all these European games are rubbish. And they go, look at UEFA though, man. This is Mickey Mouse Cup. I'm trying to make it for this thing. But now it's going,
you saw how these games are all right. For you to
it takes years. And this is only once every 4 years.
This is a respected, renowned tournament.
You know what? It would depend.
Depends how this one turns out
as well.
Yeah.
If the games are good, if they were competitive and the teams are going hell for level, because like I said, there's money on the line here. But if the players are all knackered and it's a low pace game and people can't be bothered to be there, and you can see that in the product, then
I'm looking forward to it because I want to. I'm like you, Flex. I want to keep an open mind. I don't like passing judgment on these things before we ain't even seen it yet.
Yeah,
and I do think I want to see Al Ali, the Saudi champions, playing one of the teams over here, so we can gauge what the levels are and stuff like that. I am, and you get the best teams in South America, and it is literally, but I do think. I've been kind of surprised at how the interest has been quite low.
Do you know
maybe,
what?
like you said, maybe for Liverpool or United or someone like that, Arsenal's were in it. The interest might be a bit more.
I'm on Ticketmaster right now, Rob. Right, and the cheapest ticket you can get for Al Ali versus Inter Miami FC, which is on Saturday night, 8:00. The cheapest ticket is $78, and that's for the third tier, kind of third row, third tier back. But then you go, if you want to sit near the pitch on the fifth row, you're looking at paying $490.
That's America. You've been to America.
That there lies
they charge a lot of money.
That's the problem.
All right, who do we think is going to win the Club World Cup? Don't forget, a lot of players have been brought in to teams like a Trent to play specifically in this. They want to be the first winners.
I think Real Madrid are going to be up there, innit?
I think you say PSG, but how are they going to be at it or tired? You don't know.
Yeah.
Chelsea, fresh. Could they do?
Chelsea got a lot of young players.
Man City got players there now, mate.
Man City. Maybe Man City.
I'm going to go Man City.
That's a good shout.
I'm going to go PSG.
I'm going to go Real Madrid.
I'll go PSG. And watch our score predictions for PSG versus Atletico Madrid on Sunday. It's tough to say because both teams have just come off such a grueling schedule anyway. I will go with PSG to win 2-1. Is there no extra time, is there? It's just you can draw.
I don't know.
Well, no, this is a group phase. They're in the group phase, so it must be 90 minutes.
Yeah. All right, well, that's our Club World
PSG
Cup
to
chat.
win. Ooh, yeah, I mean, Atletico Madrid, man. They're the top.
Yeah.
Hey, don't write them off with something like this. I would look. What I would actually love to see, right, is a team from outside Europe winning.
Yeah, I was going to say, how do you think them teams do? And the Saudi teams? Is there
I'm fascinated. Yeah. You got a lot of the Brazilian
Mexican
teams and all that.
Botafogo in it, I think.
Botafogo. Good team. Just quickly on, we're talking about South American. Cardiff have confirmed the departure of Mexico-bound Aaron Ramsey, who made 51 appearances for Cardiff City over 3 spells as a player, but is now, as a 34-year-old, he is off to Pumas. They are also known as the Club Universidad Nacional. Pumas, big team in Mexico.
Mexico.
And it's a great opportunity. It wasn't... Didn't Ravel Morrison go there?
He's been a lot of places.
I think he went to Pumas.
Yeah.
So big him up. Aaron Ramsey on the move at 34. Who would have thought it after his recent stint again at Cardiff? Also, another news, Palace and Lyon likely to be granted allowance to play in the Europa League as shareholder John Textor has no controlling influence over Crystal Palace. We're also hearing that NBA star Jimmy Butler is looking to purchase a stake in Crystal Palace as well. So that could be a big news story soon. Of course, let them play. They deserve it. Question for Robbie. Tuchel should rotate the squad, but Arteta should only start the best players in every competition and not rest/rotate players like Saka, says Siggy. Big up to Terry.
He does rotate players. Right?
Again.
We did an interview with Jakob Kivior who came in. He does this thing about he doesn't rotate players. Listen, Liverpool didn't rotate a lot of players and he won the league. Huh?
You did an interview with Jakob Kivior?
On AFTV, yeah.
Is it?
Yeah, for the website.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Love that.
Oh, wicked.
Yeah.
Rudy Can't Game says, I'm going to SC Palmeiras and Al Ali in the Club World Cup for $38.
That's good.
I know, but is that the game that...
Yeah, maybe not, but there needs to be accessibility.
I want to watch them type of games as well, man. I'm interested
if
to see.
If I had time...
Is the Al Ali, is that the Egyptian one?
Yes.
Yeah, and again, they're a big team in Egypt, man. It could become a good competition. I hope it does. I hope it does.
Super chat here from Muad who says, Hola chicos, me alegro de tener a Trent aquí. Finalmente está en casa. Which also, as we know, means that, hello everybody, I'm very happy that Trent is here. Finally, he is home. AGC, I never meant to brag, but we've got him now. Moad, obviously a Real Madrid fan there. Chelsea says Wince, Chelsea versus LAFC playing in a 71k seat stadium, thousands of miles from either club in a country with almost no football culture. USA was a bad idea.
No, hold on,
Wince.
because LAFC, they've got some great fans, man, and they're good, you know what I mean? No, you can't say that. The football in LA, especially amongst the Hispanic community there, is big. It's big, man. And then
if we do sell out, but
and then also if we don't do these things, how do we allow these places to grow? No,
and also don't forget USA held the World
Cup
LAFC in 1994.
LAFC a big club in America. No, I don't agree with that.
You guys tracking the massive protests going to happen this weekend in the US.
That's
going to be a bad look if any
in
games are affected.
Yeah, in LA.
In LA, of course, yeah. And also, did you hear the horrendous news this morning of this plane crash?
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
In India.
So
our thoughts are people.
Yeah, man.
Thoughts are with everyone that was affected in that. We're going to call it a day, guys. We've spoken quite a lot about a lot. So let us know if you enjoyed the show in the chat. Smash that like button on the way out. We will be back at 4:00 with the transfer show, me and you. So stick around for that. More content to come from myself and Robbie. Big up to Flex.
Big up.
And every time. Yep.
Always.
Rob, I'll see you in a couple hours. And guys, we will be back on Monday. Of course we will. Like we always are. We never miss a show. We will see you then. Take care. All the best.
We've teamed up with UK Auto Claims to see if you could be eligible to claim thousands in compensation. If you've had any cars, vans or motorbikes on finance between 2007 and 2021, well, just click the link below and start your simple free check.